Hi dear children, welcome to our social science class. I think all of you are safe and comfort at your home and all of you are happy and all of you always remember about the precautions we want to take against the pandemic COVID-19. So today's news we heard that there are some relaxation given by our government, but don't misuse it. Don't go outside unnecessarily and always remember for what to wearing mask and also use soap or sanitizer, and one important thing, avoid crowded place and keep social distancing. So we can return back to our social science class. Last class we finished our economics lesson. Today we are going to learn about a new politics lesson. The name of that lesson is what is democracy and why democracy. So what is democracy and why democracy? What is the name of our lesson? Aravind Sai. So what is the name? What is democracy and why democracy? Already when you started to learn social science, that time onwards you heard about the word democracy. India is a democratic country. India is the largest democratic country in the world. So what do you mean by democracy? Monarchy. We learned about monarchy. Democracy and monarchy. Different types of government, isn't it? So already we learned about democracy. What do you mean by democracy? Simply we can say that a government ruled by the elected representatives, or government ruled by on the behalf of the people. That is democracy. So democracy is a form of government. The rulers are elected by the people. So simply we can say that democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by us, elected by the people of a particular country. So, what is democracy, Adulya P? Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people of that particular country. So, all of you know, you are small children, so you have no voting right. When you are become adults, then you also have the voting right. But your parents have this voting right. In every election, they went for voting. And for what? For selecting or electing our representatives. These representatives are the rulers, isn't it? These representatives are the rulers. Our Prime Minister, our Chief Minister, etc. are elected by the people. Prime Minister is elected by the people, and also our Chief Minister, etc. All these people are elected by the people. In a monarchy, there is any election? No. In a monarchy, the post was hereditary. Hereditary means if father is the king, then automatically his son also becomes a king. So, in monarchy, the post was hereditary, but in democracy, we select, the people select our rulers. So, simply we can say that democracy is a form of government in which people elect their representatives. All of you understood what is democracy? What is the difference between democracy and monarchy? Sachu, what is the difference between monarchy and democracy? Democracy is a form of government. People select their representative, or the rulers are elected by people. In a monarch, the post was hereditary. The king or queen, automatically their post was hereditary. If the father is king, what happened? His son becomes the king. So, next we want to study about some features of democracy. What are the features of democracy? Democracy already we learned, and then what are the features of democracy? The first feature, the rulers are elected by the people. The rulers are elected by the people. There is no chance for other criteria. All the rulers are elected by the people. Already you know when an election took place, what happened? Different political parties contest in that election. Those political party gains majority, they become the rulers of the country. No other option. So the rulers are elected by the people. The first feature of a democracy, the rulers are elected by the people. All of you understood. So what is the first feature? Who can say? Nagulan. The first feature of a democracy, the rulers are elected by the people. Then the second feature, final decision making power must be rest with the elected leaders. The final decision making must be rested in the hands of our elected leaders. No other can take decisions. So the final decision in a democracy, different decisions want to be taken, isn't it? Different decisions are taken for implementation. So this final decision making power must be rested in the hands of the elected rulers. That is the second feature of democracy. So no other person have the right to take a decision, important decision. Only decision taking can done by our elected rulers. The second feature. What is the second feature, Evelyn? Final decision making power must rest with the elected rulers. No other criteria. Our elected rulers can only take important decision on the behalf of the people. So final decision making must be rest in the hands of elected rulers. First one is the rulers are elected by people. The rulers have the right to take final decision. That is the second feature. The rulers have the right to take final decision. That is the second feature. And next one is third feature. The elections are held on free and fair election. Or this democracy is based on free and fair election. There is no compulsion. Always in a democracy, elections done by free and fair. So you have the right to choose your leader. Nobody have the right to compel you to vote in a particular person. They can ask to vote for somebody, but they have no right to compel you in election. So in a democracy, third important feature is the government is based on free and fair election. So next point is all adult citizens have the right to vote and each vote have one value. All adult persons have the right to vote and each vote have one value. Example, adult person means that is universal adult franchise. These elections based on this universal adult franchise. What do you mean by universal adult franchise? Every adult, that means 18 years or above 18 years, have the right to vote irrespective of their caste, creed, economic background, social background, etc. So every person have the right to vote and each vote have one value also. The Prime Minister's vote and also a farmer's vote, a teacher's vote and any others vote have the same value to count as one. The Prime Minister, if the Prime Minister or any film star, etc., they vote in an election, it is not considered as more value. So there is, in a democratic country, all adult citizens have one vote. Only they have one vote. And also that one vote have only one value, irrespective of their position or power. So in a democratic country, all adult citizens have one vote, one value. That is the next feature. Next one is democratic government rules within the limits set by the constitutional law and citizens' rights. Already in the last year you learned that the court have the right to strike down the laws made by the parliament if it violates the fundamental nature of the constitution. Anybody remember Devika? You remember? Anjali, Adulya, Kailas? Anybody remember? In the last year we learned that the court have the right to strike down, cut down the laws made by the parliament if it believes it violates the fundamental nature of the constitution. So, all democratic government rules within the limits set by the constitutional law. They have no right to make the laws violating the constitution, and also it's also what based on the citizens' right. There were different rights are there. They have no right to violate these rights. All of you understood? So, democratic government rules within the limits set by the constitutional law and citizens' rights. These are the important features of democracy. So, what are the important features of democracy? Who can say? Shubhang. First one, rulers are elected by the people. What is the first feature of democracy? Rulers are elected by the people. And second one is, final decision must be rest in the hands of elected leaders. There is no other person or individual have the right to take important decision. Only elected leaders have the right to make final decision. And third one, the governments based on free and fair election. How we elected a government based on free and fair election. There is no malpractices in the election. Theoretically, we can say that sometimes it may happen or may not happen, but actually, according to our constitutional law, election must be based on free and fair election. There is no malpractices, no compulsion. We have no right to give money for voting. These all are crime. If any particular person give money for voting, that come under criminal law. So, we have no right to give money or compel any person to vote a particular party or person, etc. So, in a democratic country, election must be based on free and fair election. Next one, based on universal adult franchise, every adult citizen have the right to vote, and they have one vote, and that one vote have one value. All of you understood? So, next one, democratic government rules within the limits set up by constitutional law and also citizens' rights. All the rulers want to follow the constitutional law and also they want to obey citizens' rights. They have no right to disobey this constitution and also violate the fundamental rights. Right against exploitation, right to freedom, right to equality, right to religion, freedom of speech, then constitutional remedies. These are the fundamental rights. All of you know about the fundamental rights. So, these are the fundamental rights, and all the leaders want to obey this fundamental. They have no right to violate these fundamental rights. If any of the leader or government violates the fundamental rights, the people of a democratic country have the right to approach the courts. These are some of the important features of democracy. So, I think all of you understood very well. Today we learned about democracy. What is democracy? What is democracy? Devi Kripa. What is democracy? Democracy is a form of government where rulers are elected by the people. Next we study about important features of democracy. The first feature is the rulers are elected by the people, and second feature is final decision making power rests in the hands of elected people, and third one, the elections based on free and fair. Next one, all adult citizens have the right to vote, right to one vote, and that one vote has one value, and a democratic government rules within the limits set up by constitutional law and citizens' rights. I think all of you understood very well. I will send the notes to Google Classroom. All the students should participate in the interactive session. Hari Om. Thank you.